Hi, today we are looking at a song called Riding in the Wind from the Favorite 2B lesson book. So there's a lot going on in this music. So I'm going to teach you how to read the music, I hope. Or at least show you how to read the music. You have to teach yourself, but I can lead you there. So different things that are going on right away in the beginning. There's no sharps and flats. There are 2 beats in every measure, not 4. And a quarter note gets 1 beat. It says that it starts off softly, and the very first note is a left-hand note, and it's in a space. All cows eat, E. And so down below it says your number 3 is on, and I'm going to put the letter E there. So that's eat. And it kind of just goes back and forth from the line to the space above, or the space to the line, space to the line. Here, your right hand comes in next. Your right hand begins on the note A. So you'd have C is on the first line. The space underneath would be B, and the next note down is A. So your number two goes on A. That means that you have 2 1s here on G. That G is below middle C, so you want to go and watch the video after you listen to how to read this. This line here is for the pedal. And that it's an unbroken line means the pedal is held down until the second line, where you see a little break in the line, or the lines go make a little, upside beat down V, or a little mountain. That means that you break your pedal, you pick your pedal up and put it right back down again. So at the beginning, and that happens at the beginning of every line on the first page. This starts off softly. This word here, crescendo, or it's short for crescendo, means get louder. Don't get too much louder. And down here it tells us that now your left hand has to cross over to where the treble clef is. So this note now is above middle C. So you take your left hand crosses over to the note E. Well, your number 3 is on E. So your number 1 is actually on middle C here. I'm sorry, not 1. You're 5. You're 5. I keep getting them backwards. 5 is going to be on middle C. And then the right hand also, which the left hand is now on top of the right hand comes from underneath and over to being up higher on the piano. These notes are the same as these, but they're in a different place, as are these, but they're in a different place again. This is actually called an octave below where this is. So you keep playing, follow the fingers in here, they're finger numbers. So you're going to use those finger numbers. Here, it's just a repeat. These finger numbers are the same here, and these are the same here. You keep your pedal down. Here it says, prepare your left hand. Oh, and I should say this, MF means medium loud, so not too loud, but not soft. Here your left hand is going to go back to where it belongs. And we are back to the beginning of the song. And this is the same as the beginning of the song. All cows eat. And this note is an A, which plays down low. And then you do the same thing you did up here. You have to bring your left hand up to pinky equals middle C. And your 3 is on E above middle C. This is the treble clef again. So your left hand is playing where the right hand usually is. And here your right hand also goes up to the next A. So it starts on this A, and make sure you follow your fingers. Number 2 finger on A. If your fingers are in the right place, the finger helpers are going to help a lot. You come down to the next line. And here the pedal breaks, but you put it right back down again. It's medium loud. And here we went through that same process of soft and crescendo and then medium loud. And it's going to give you some finger numbers. It didn't give you this one, but that note is every good boy, and boy is your number 3. And then these finger numbers are the same, and this is only your right hand. Remember that your number 1 finger is on, number 5 is on middle C in the left hand. So your number 4 finger is D, and just follow the finger numbers. If your hand's in the right place, the finger numbers will help. And we're going to go on to the second section. Okay. In this part, the pedal is picked up, so you have no pedal. Your left hand, your number 5 is on every good boy does. Fingers, fingers, fingers. Follow the fingers. And then you have to figure out where each of these notes are. If your your right hand, I'm sorry, I hope I didn't say left hand. If your right hand, number 5 is on does, where are these notes? And that does not change, one finger for each note. And it's relatively soft, medium soft. And we go on. Here you put this note down, good, every good boy. That note is going to stay down all the way to here. So it's just a continuous tie. And here the left hand begins. And the left hand should still be on your pinky equals middle C. So that number 1 is going to mean that your left hand is on the note G, where you're right, just right where your right hand usually is. So difficult to follow. Here, if your hands are in the right place, follow the finger numbers. And your pedal is going to come down here. You want to move your left hand now to the bass clef. And this is the same as the very beginning. So that continues. This is a little bit different. But I think that this measure right here is the same as, unfortunately, I gotta move the book around, as this measure here. So this measure 29 is the same as measure 29 and 30, actually. Measure 29 is equal to measure 5, and measure 30 is equal to measure 6, which is the same. Those two measures are the same. I'm going to put this back again. So now we're getting to the very end. Here you have, this note is a D. You have no pedal down, just right here. Follow your notes here. Your number 4 should be on C. That should not change. This note is every. Your pinky is still on middle C. So this note should be your 3rd finger. And that's just tied. Don't play it again. These notes are every and boy, but they're not played where you usually would play them. They're played at the octave above. So you bring your hand up to the next octave. And that should explain how to read this piece. So good luck.